This was like a literally last minute thing. My hair is like straw right now. But I thought I'd jump on here. Wait for people to come in. Wanted to check on everyone and see how everyone is doing. Let me put this down. Check on everyone, see how everyone is doing. And just feel really, I feel like I'm in a dream. Like I woke up and my ear pressure was pretty bad. I'm kind of thinking that it's like really bad congestion. When I've had it for like 5 or 6 years, and I was diagnosed with migraines. They said that contributed to the ear pressure, and kind of like all this different things. I even had eustachian tube surgery, the balloon eustachian tube. But I noticed that when I use like some Afrin or something, it tends to help it. So it doesn't matter what I use or take allergy pills or, you know, everything, like even the steam room, the sauna, it doesn't seem to alleviate all of the pressure. It just might make it bearable. So it's beyond frustrating to try to, you know, try to feel okay with it. Like traveling is awful with it. Hello, hello, welcome. So today I woke up and I just felt like I was in a dream almost. Like I slept, but I'm exhausted. And, you know, I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't know why I feel like I'm like on a delay. Like people do stuff and I'm like, it's like a minute goes by and I'm like, oh, and I'm so exhausted. I don't know if it's allergies and it's like built up in my head. I'm not sure. Hello, hello, welcome. I just kind of jumped on at the last moment, doing a live. My hair feels like straw. Just stopping in to say hello on Saturday. Feel extremely frustrated with life right now. It's hard to deal with work and hard to deal with family and hard to deal with all that stuff when you just have so much going on. That part is extremely difficult. You just have so much going on with yourself, and then you have to deal with, hi Tara, how are you? This is literally like a last minute video. I like 20 minutes ago I was like, yeah, I'm gonna jump on and see what's going on with everybody. The family's home today. That can be a bit overwhelming when you're used to everybody being gone. It's kind of overwhelming on the weekends sometimes, just because it's loud, and you know they're playing around and everything's going on, and it's a little loud. You're doing okay today, Tara? Awesome. I feel really like down today. I just feel tired and I don't feel well. Kind of feel like I'm dreaming. It's like the weirdest feeling. I just feel really out of it and yucky. Let me pick this up and see. Tea. Cold turkey sucks. Have you tapered slowly now? I'm actually off of all the benzos. I've been off for 55 days. I tapered. I was on 0.5 to 1 milligram of Klonopin, and I switched over and I tapered from that to 4 milligrams of Diazepam. I was around 9 months, I tapered. And then once I was on 2 milligrams of Diazepam, I just stopped. How much were you on when you cold turkeyed, Tara? Yeah, Tara, it feels so, Like, I almost feel like I'm buzzed or like slightly drunk. Like, the ground moves and I feel like worn out. I'm not catching up on things people are putting down. Just kind of like I'm buzzed, I guess, is the best way to describe it. My phone is too far away. 1 milligram, you think? Wow. So you cold turkeyed off of 1 milligram? That's intense. Tara, yes. Thank you. You might have to change your meds. Yeah. It's so overwhelming at times. I think so I'm 55 days and you know, it gets better. But I have other health things that I'm dealing with. So I think that that makes it a little bit worse because I got a few things that I'm dealing with. So just have to, like, I think all my other problems kind of make the withdrawal so much harder because when you're dealing with a bunch of other things, not a bunch, a few other things, it kind of makes it just feel so overwhelming. You cold turkeyed around Friday last year, and now you're back to 0.5 milligram, you think. Hey, whatever gets you through, whatever you need to do, like, I don't feel like getting back on. I feel like you get back on a lower dose and you just kind of reassess. You regroup, you reassess, because when you're in a constant withdrawal, it's really hard to be able to think straight and feel okay. So getting back on like half a dose, it kind of lets you regroup, reassess, and taper down. And, just don't give up. If being off of it is what you really want, just don't give up. But I think the trick is just very slow. Very, very, very slow is the trick. Just giving your brain a chance to like catch up to what you're doing. I really, really feel super zombie-like today. I think I've decided that I want to do YouTube full time. I'm just not excited to go back to work. I feel like this experience has kind of made me feel it makes you look at life a little different. And I'm not really sure. I think I would go back to the funeral home if they called me, but I don't think I'm going to teach aesthetics anymore. It's it's a weird feeling to not really know where you are in life. And I don't want to go back to school. I was thinking about going back to school to be a surgical tech, but I just really don't want to go back to school. You think by looking at you and listening to how you're feeling, I think you'll be like a new person by 6 months, just guessing. I really hope so, Tara. I really hope that you turn a corner and you start feeling much better. I think that's all we can hope for. Yes, YouTube videos would definitely help us because none of doctors told us about the withdrawal. Yeah, I think the tricky thing with YouTube is you need 4,000 watch hours, and that's really hard to get. So I think you just gotta just keep trying. But I also feel like when you don't feel well and you're in bed and you make a video to kind of talk and kind of like your therapy and communicate and talk to other people going through it, it's not, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like you're unleashing and you're like taking this, getting some stuff off your shoulders. So it's, the 4,000 watch hours is insane to me, but if it's meant to be, it'll be, I guess. but I'm just kind of torn with what to do now. Let me know if you guys feel the same way. Do something new is big thing to go through. Take this opportunity to become a new you. That's what you're thinking. Yeah, I mean, it's hard because I'm an aesthetic instructor, so I'm at the top of my field. Like, I opened a school out here. Um, I hired, I did everything. I was like the lead instructor. Um, so it's hard to go from the top of your field to going back to school and having to struggle at the bottom of another field. That's, I think, the one thing that gets me. And also, you know, when student loans are no longer a factor, like my husband and mine is no longer there, it's hard to go back and get them again. Like once you don't have them, it's hard to go and get student loans again. Definitely inspiring you. I think you should do it. There's like only so little people who find your documents or struggle. Yeah, I do agree. Like, there's so little channels that do like a daily documentary or a weekly documentary that as soon as they start feeling better, they disappear, which I'm not gonna do. I think that's really shitty when you're following somebody and you're kind of using it to evaluate your situation and then they disappear and it's just like kind of sucks. So I think I am going to just try to focus on YouTube and get those watch hours and, just keep doing something that I want to do because life is too short and I really like doing YouTube. So I think I'm just going to focus on that. It's going to be difficult building a channel, like getting to that point where I don't need to go back to work. So I think that at, you know, you have to love what you do and you have to enjoy your days. And this whole experience kind of made me think about that. Well, thank you, T. I'm so glad it inspires you. I think I already read that. I agree, life's too short. So do what you love. Yeah, Tara. The more I think about it, the more I think that that's a great situation cuz like I love being able to pick up my kids. I love being able to be there for them 100%. And when I was working, you really can't be. Um my husband works full time. He's a director of IT, so he takes care of the family. So it's luckily I get to sit there and figure out what's going on with me, what I want to do, if I want to keep in my field or not. Yeah, the hard part is enjoying your days. I completely agree. It's really hard right now. I know some people, they say that they have to work while they're doing the withdrawal, and that's insane. I couldn't imagine having to go to work right now. And when I was at my worst, like I couldn't imagine having to work. Hello, if you're new here, please, comment, let me know you're here, what's your name, and if you're, tune in regularly, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Kind of make it worth me jumping on and having a conversation and just kind of venting, telling you what's going on and seeing how you guys are doing. I feel so tired right now. I feel so out of it. Do I have hobbies? I like to paint. I don't do it often, but I do like it. YouTube now. What else? I don't have many. I never ever had hobbies. It's weird. I wish I had more, but I do like to paint. Am I still getting serious withdrawals? I think the worst part is over. Vipers. I think the worst part is over, but I definitely have withdrawal still. Now it's just kind of like an annoying part of the withdrawal. Like, it's not, like, I still have insomnia, but it's not to the point where I'm not sleeping. I still have, you know, tremors and cold and hot sweats, and I still have all of that, but it's not as bad as it was. Definitely throughout the days, I feel it getting a little bit better, but I definitely still can't do much for sure. You know, lay down, sit up. I definitely can't do much. Definitely hard to work right now. Only thing I'm doing is exercising, showering, giving me small relief. So I guess that's good news. Tea, yes. Anything you can do. I like the exercising. The exercising really does make a difference. I'm glad that you're able to do that. Jag, can you make a video of your story? I actually did. It's day 4. It's the first day I started recording. Kind of go into detail about why I was put on the medicine. I was a surrogate. I had postpartum depression, anxiety with all 3 kids. I go into detail. So if you want to go ahead and watch like my video series, I touch on everything. You're welcome to do that. I would love for you to do that. And then if you have any questions, comment and I will respond. How much sleep do you get a night? Anywhere from 4 to 6, maybe. It's been better the last couple nights. Hi, Mary. T, insomnia, cold sweats, tremors are the absolute worst. I was up for like 3 days before I finally went back to it. Yeah, I had many nights where I wasn't sleeping. It's so frustrating. And then you start to feel like you're not going to sleep. And then you get in your head and you're like, I'm not going to sleep. It's terrible. Chicken butt. I am a new channel. What are you withdrawing from? So I was on amitriptyline and benzodiazepines. We have people from benzos, opiates, antidepressants in here. So it's just medication withdrawal. I'm kind of figuring that's a good bulk of what people are in here for. Hi, Mary. How are you feeling? Tara's asking, how are you doing, Mary? You're doing okay. Definitely subbed you. Oh, thank you, T. I'm really glad that you're here and you subscribed because I try to do a video every day, but sometimes I'll skip a day if I just can't talk and can't be here. Oops. Hello. I'm so terrible at names. Ruben. I know I didn't even come close to that. Doing okay, Mary. Mary, today hasn't been that bad. Oh, that's fantastic. You had to shovel snow. I would not like that. I've never lived in snow. I've always lived in the desert, so snow would be my enemy. I wouldn't be able to deal with that. True, it felt like that. I thought I was going to die. I went back to Klonopin out of desperation. Yeah, there was a couple days where I wanted to get back on half, and my husband was like, don't do it, don't do it. And he's been by my side throughout this whole thing, so I didn't want to get back on and kind of feel like what he did was, like it didn't matter because he, like him and my kids jumped in completely, so I didn't want to get back on and then feel like, well, we did that for nothing. So for them, I never did get back on. It would have hurt my heart to do that, so I just struggled through it. But I would have absolutely, like, it's such an awful feeling that the thought of just taking it, you can be okay. I completely understand why you did get back on it. I would have, but luckily I had some people here making sure I didn't. How do you not get tempted to dial 911 when you're going through withdrawals? That's how I got when I went off. Because I know that if I dial 911, they're not going to do anything. dialing 911. They don't know what's going on. They don't know how to fix you. They might even give you a benzo. I could take the benzos that I have. So I know in the back of my head that dialing 911 isn't going to do anything. It's just going to bill my insurance, stick me with a bill, and I'm going to be super uncomfortable being in a hospital or whatever. I did go to the hospital because I had a mental break, and I was dealing mentally, so they had to put me on a hold, but not, but yeah, I wouldn't dial 911 because they just don't know enough, and I'd rather be at home in my bed laying down if I can. Because of panic attacks, um, they would put me, for panic attacks, they would give you a benzo in the hospital, maybe something else, but from what I've thought of when I had my anxiety or panic attacks, they always give you a benzo. And so I wouldn't want to dial 911, go to the hospital, and get put on a benzo. That would be completely opposite of what I'm trying to do. So that's just my feeling. If I wanted to take a benzo, I would just take one from my drawer and be at home. You're living in the Northeast, unfortunately. Yeah, you're getting a lot of snow, aren't you? Honky Kong, detoxing. Yeah, we're detoxing from psychiatric medicine, and like some people are opiates, some people are antidepressants, and some people are benzodiazepines. T, hello from Guam, by the way. I've always wanted to go to Guam. I knew some people from there, and they said it was beautiful. Yeah, it's rough. It's awful. And the fact that you don't have a time frame, like you're gonna be done in 30 days. I think it's so much harder because you don't know when it's gonna end. Nicorias? Hello. Hello, Nicorias. Sorry if I say your name's wrong. Honky Kong. Cutting benzo cold turkey can kill you. Yeah. Yeah, I never did. I didn't do cold turkey till I got to 2 milligrams of Valium, but I was in a rehab and they monitor you and all that. But yeah, it could kill you if you get off too quick. Yeah, cold turkey. And I heard the symptoms are worse and they last a lot longer if you do cold turkey. So you stop drinking alcohol for 10 days and you notice the effects of your Ativan working better. Interesting, because they both work on GABA receptors, so interesting. 13 days off heroin this month. Addiction is something I would wish I'm my worst enemy. Honky Kong, yes. 13 days off, that's amazing. How are you feeling? I met quite a few people that were, going through that in the rehab place. So, good job. 13 days off, that's amazing. 13 years off. 13 years off. Okay, okay. See, my brain's not working. I'm not completely there. 13 years off. That's awesome. Yeah. I heard a lot of the people that were in the rehab and they were talking about the addiction, and it made me look at it in a completely different way. Yeah, we're doing okay. You did the marijuana for sleep, but you think it made it worse? Marijuana free for 2 weeks. I think it was bad combo for you. Okay. Yeah, I tried an edible during the withdrawal. It made things terrible. Like, it gives me anxiety. I don't like the feeling of not feeling normal. The not feeling normal gives me anxiety. So like if I'm drinking, it gives me anxiety. If I'm tried the edible, it gives me anxiety. That's the only thing I've ever tried would be marijuana. Other than that, I have not tried anything else. Yeah, they both work on GABA receptors. Well, welcome if you guys are dealing with any type of addiction. I feel like all of that is welcome here because a withdrawal is a withdrawal. Some might be less, some might be more. I feel like everybody's different. You know, I've talked to people who they can be on the same drug, gabapentin, and one will be like they had the worst withdrawals ever, and one will say they had no withdrawals. So it's a really good community for everybody going through any type of addiction or withdrawal or anything. Like, oh, so alcohol, when you're in rehab, they usually do benzodiazepines to get you off of alcohol because the alcohol works on your GABA receptors. Your GABA receptors, that's what calms you down. That's what makes you calm. That's what, you know, you do anxiety or panic, and that's what the benzo does is it suppresses your GABA receptors, and it's a calming agent. Same with alcohol. It's on your GABA receptors, calming. So it's punching that GABA receptor. So usually, you know, you don't want to drink alcohol if you're detoxing from benzos because you want to heal your GABA receptors. And anybody who has more information on that can definitely leave a comment. I just know like gabapentin, alcohol, benzos, all of those drugs are constantly messing with your GABA receptors. And that's why when you detox, you have a lot of anxiety because your body's insane. Benzos are very scary as hell. I understand it tremendously. Yes. Yeah. I'm just lucky my doctor didn't put me on an extreme amount of benzos because I would have taken them not knowing and then it would have been awful. I found that having something to occupy your mind helps a lot. It's hard from going from living your entire existence chasing a high to completely avoiding it altogether. I can imagine. It's amazing that you're able to get off and stay off. That's means you're super strong. Because it's easy to take it and fall back in. But it's so much harder to stay off. Yeah, it sucks being alone. I completely agree. Oh, cannabis. That helped a lot. See, some people it helps and some people it doesn't. For 8 months. It's insane. It's so crazy that these medications can last that long. Unless you've been through it, nobody understands. They try, but it's not the same. Yeah, I agree. I think you have to go through it to be able to understand. That's why I think the doctors don't understand because they haven't been through it. They just have their book that tells them what's going on. But I think you just have to go through in order to understand. Can high liver enzymes also affect the effectiveness of benzos? I'm actually not sure. Maybe if somebody else understands that. High liver enzymes. Um, Maybe somebody who knows that can answer. I'm not sure. You got tired of going to funerals. Wow. Yeah, I get that. I'm a makeup artist at a funeral home. I saw more accidents than ODs though. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard when they take something and they don't wake up. We definitely need more voices for Benzo's withdrawal. Yeah, absolutely. Like I wanted to do this channel. Like the day I started it was I want to post every day and I want to share the scary, the good, everything because I want somebody to feel hopeful and I want them to feel like, okay, I'm feeling absolutely horrific. It's okay, but you know, a couple months later, she was doing much better. So I just wanted that in between and the real what it's like because there's not enough about withdrawals. There's not enough about benzos. You have high liver enzymes. You don't think it really changed much. Bother me. What does your doctor say? Just curious what they say about high liver enzymes. I heard that I heard that you get addicted the first time, which is crazy. They say you're fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure about liver enzymes. I don't know anything about that. I just have a disease, HS, that I'm in a trial for, so I take medication every month for it. And then I have some other things, but the withdrawal was definitely the worst. It was the worst. But it's not something that's for me, you know, it's not something I have to go through for life like the HS I do. Okay, yeah. I think I got it from abusing edibles, but I got a follow-up appointment next month to make sure it's normal, but it definitely went down. Well, that's good. You're mixing alcohol and detox. You were mixing benzos with alcohol just to get out of detox. Yep. For alcohol, it was scary times. Yeah. When you're in that, when you feel absolutely horrific, you will do whatever you can to get out of it. For one, like I couldn't function. And with kids, that made me feel really uncomfortable not being able to function. Cuz you can't. You can lay there for a few days and then finally you're going to have to start, cooking, eating, life. Unless you have somebody waiting on you day in, day out, you just want to get out of what you're in and function. You try substituting benzos with edibles, bad idea. Really? Because I've had some people say that it really helped them substituting the benzos for the edibles. It doesn't work with me either. I just can't. I can't take alcohol. I can't take any drugs. Weed. I've never tried anything besides an edible. I can't take it. All that stuff makes me extremely anxious. I'm glad that I'm pulling people that are in different things, not just benzos, because I feel like any sort of, if you're in withdrawal, it helps to talk about. It worked for around 2 months. Then you randomly had an attack. Okay. Yeah. Has anyone had stomach muscle tightness? Diaphragm tightness. It makes it hard to breathe. That's what's holding you down. So I had some. I kind of just felt tightness in my chest. It kind of made me feel yucky. It wasn't extremely hard to breathe, but it was very, very uncomfortable. So yeah, I had that. If you guys had that, you can respond to Tara, and I'm wondering if that's directly related to the withdrawal. Hi, Molly. I hope you're doing well as well. I kind of feel like a zombie today, but I'm not really in much pain. Like my head sucks. Feel ear pressure, pain, head issues. I feel like completely out of it, but luckily I don't feel horrific withdrawals today. How about you? How are you doing? If you haven't let me know how you're doing, just write in the comments. I'm really curious to see how you guys are feeling today. Light exercise, drinking lots of water, eat at least once a day. That's good. That's good tea. Yeah, eating is really difficult when you're going through the withdrawals. I had to suck on saltine crackers because I just couldn't stomach anything. You had a bad digestive issue when you were on them, but no tightness. Yeah. Mostly like just digestive issues. The withdrawals just really suck. Yeah, it's your whole body, your whole mind, everything doesn't work. I would deal with the body aches and go through the body withdrawals than the mind withdrawals. Like, my mind was not okay, and that was so much harder. When you have those dark thoughts, it's so much harder than feeling sick, like the flu. As long as my brain is okay. The benzo withdrawal, it took me a year to feel myself. After my benzo withdrawal, I have been clean for 16 years, 19 years and counting. your maintenance time with Suboxone. Okay, that's good. That's awesome that you have been off that long. That's good to hear. Enjoying a lazy weekend. Yes, Molly. Yes. Enjoying the weekend. When my husband and daughter get back, we're gonna play games. Just because I don't feel well. You think your liver was getting messed up. My platelets were very low. Ugh. Hopefully they can do something about that. You quit cold turkey, had a seizure, and the whole thing was a terrible part of life. Yeah. I hear more people have the cold turkey. I hear about it often. I wonder if that's like a doctor thing. The doctor just says stop taking it, or if I wonder, there's more people that cold turkey than taper. I'm kind of finding out. That's great. You guys are really inspiring me. Oh, thank you, T. Yeah, everybody in here is so amazing, and a lot of them have been through it, so feel free to ask them questions. You know, they've been off for like years, so they definitely have more of an insight. If you have 50 days or released, you're out of the red area. Yeah, I definitely feel out of the red area. My second week to third week was awful, like horrific. The fourth week was really bad too. It wasn't until, I'm gonna lay down. It wasn't until, sorry if I made you dizzy. It wasn't until probably day 40 something that I was okay. See, like I lay down, I sit up, film, lay down. Let's see. Yeah, I hope I'm out of the red area. Seizures are the ones I'm scared of. Yeah. I think if you were to have a seizure, it'd be within the first month. I'm guessing. I'm not positive. God bless you too, chicken butt. Thank you. I just chose to cold turkey. I knew I had to get off of them and could not cold turkey. I tried. Yeah. Yeah, it would be terrible, especially if you're on a high dose. Yes, at this point, I wasn't getting it from a doctor anymore. Yes, I had no choice, but I was buying them on the street and on internet. So that was my fear, is that the doctor was going to yank me off, or the pharmacy was having a hard time getting them. So like that was, people asked me like, why were you getting off? And I'm like, a big reason was I was afraid I was going to be pulled off, and then I was afraid that the pharmacy wasn't getting them. And then the other thing is my hair is caught. The other thing is they were giving me insomnia. They were making my symptoms worse. Where was I? Mary, I don't feel terrible, but I feel very out of it, like a zombie. I feel really tired, and I just feel really lethargic and really out of it, really drained. I think your body, like when you're sick, you just feel like that. I think that's where I'm at in the process, is now that the insomnia has died down, I'm not extremely wired like the insomnia. Now I'm just tired all the time, like all the time. But I'm hoping that gets better. Thank you, T. I'm glad you were here. I really appreciate it. At least you're well enough to do chores. That's awesome. Please, please, please do more videos. I do. I try to do every day. I might miss a day if I'm not feeling well at all, but like I do them consistently and regularly because, you know, I need you guys to talk to during the day when I'm here alone and I feel really lonely, and it just helps lift my mood. So I hop on. So I'm here often. If you want to hit the bell, when when I'm here, you'll be able to see. But I regularly post. You remember the days? It's awful. So, so awful. Your body healing takes a lot of energy. Yeah, I think that that's what it is now that the main withdrawals are getting better, my body is just starting to relax because I just feel exhausted all the time. Yeah, the insomnia. It's not totally gone, but it definitely is a lot better. I'm so thankful that the insomnia is getting better. I'm not sleeping, I wasn't sleeping every other day, and now I'm sleeping every night. Even if it's 5 hours, it's so much better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do get better. They just take time. And I'll take the tiredness over the insomnia any day. I will be able to relax and rest and feel okay. I'll take that over feeling like I just can't, climbing out of your skin, can't sleep. Just, ugh. Thank God for the internet, right? Yeah, I know. Because, we don't go out of the house much and we don't have a lot to do. So being able to connect this way is really, really awesome. I'm pushing the phone. Day 38 of free from diazepam. Congratulations. How are you feeling 38 days out? Are you in the military or your husband? My husband is a veteran from the Navy. Yeah. So he's been out for a little bit of time. But yeah, he was in the Navy for a good amount of time. My dad was military. My brother-in-law was military. He retired from the Marine Corps. So I come from a big, military and police officers. I have a lot of police officers in my family too. So that's kind of, I was born on a base. I was born on the base that my dad was. So yeah. Yeah, there's no sleep. It's a terrible part. You didn't sleep for 18 days? Like, at all? Or did you, nap? 18 days? You're okay. You reduced really slow. Good, to avoid withdrawal. How was it? Did you avoid withdrawal completely? Or did you... I heard that you can't get away from it completely, that it's just less. Or maybe if you go to the extreme slow, you can avoid it altogether, I'm wondering. When I started tapering the 1 milligram, I didn't really feel the withdrawal. But I did have the amitriptyline in my system. So, I would do amitriptyline and then benzo, amitriptyline and then benzo. So, they kind of acted as a buffer to each other.
Done.
You did all 3 spots?
I'm just going to do that one.
No.
Give me a second.
Okay. My son is cleaning up after the cat. Do the whole 3 spots. It's not that hard.
Why can't Dad do it?
Oh, just hold on. Yes, if you taper down, you can get off. Then with 0 withdrawal. Wow. That is awesome. I bet you had to go extremely slow. It would either feel like I was losing my mind or I was having a heart attack or both. Yeah. Yep. I could totally fall asleep right now. I don't know if that's my I could totally just, it's one of those days. No nap at all. It's hard because my kids are home from school and my husband's home, so it's hard to nap when during the weekend when everybody's here and I just want to be with them, I mean, I do nap if I need to, but I just want to be with them and I want to play games with them and stuff since this has been so rough on me and them. So I just want to do my best. Like we went out for ice cream last night and it just felt so good. Like we went in our pajamas, like, and there was a place called Handles. It's like an old ice cream parlor from like many, many, many years ago. And we all jumped in the car and just went and got ice cream and it just felt so good, like old times. It wasn't like, oh, I feel terrible. Like I felt okay enough to go and it was so awesome. I just miss I just miss being there 100%. And I know that, you know, this journey is temporary and what comes out of it is going to be so worth it. You're taking 180 milligram bars of Xanax. Is that right? 180 milligrams? And 2 milligrams of Klonopin a month. Oh, a month. And still ended up short looking for some. I'm so out of it today. But that's okay. I hope y'all are patient with yourself and realize that however you need to get through the day, however you need to get through it, it's okay. That's one thing that I struggled with at the beginning. And my husband had to tell me, it's okay. Be, oh my gosh. Think of yourself. What's the word? Think of yourself. Um, be selfish. My husband was like, be selfish. Think of what you need right now. You're taking 180 2 milligrams Xanax. Oh, wow. 180 2 milligrams Xanax bars. And Klonopin, 202 milligrams. You were, wow. And so you're off completely, right? How about yourself? Are you taking benzos or are you off? SGM, I am off. I've been off everything, my amitriptyline and my benzodiazepines. I've been off for 55 days. I tapered all the way to 2 milligrams of diazepam and then stopped taking it. Due to the rehab not having the low dose, I stopped taking it. And I've been off for 55 days. Creeping up on 2 months, guys. Creeping there up. I'm so happy. You have agoraphobia for almost 8 months. Is that due to the benzos? Thank you, SGM. It's been a rough ride, but, you know, we all get through it together. I think that's the most important thing is just getting through it together. And, you know, if you guys feel like you just need an extra person to listen, just email me. I have my email and I have to double check, but I think I have my email in the description. Sometimes you just need to vent to someone or just feel like you're not alone. Yeah, I do feel finally free. Absolutely. It's such an amazing thing that I'm not worried about running out. I'm not worried about losing them. I'm not worried about, you know, there's just so much worry behind a medication that if you don't take, you feel awful. So it's a great feeling. Sorry. I took benzos for 8 years. I was given them after postpartum depression and anxiety. And after I was past my postpartum, I was addicted and I was scared to stop. Yeah, we're healing from brain injuries. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, might go lay down. I'm just kind of insane, like insanely tired today. But I'll see you guys. If I don't see you Sunday, I'll see you Monday, okay? All right, I will talk to you all tomorrow. I'm gonna go lay down. Bye. Bye, Mary. Bye, everyone.